Hey, it's a new day. Hey. Hey, what's going on, y'all? It is a new day. Um, it's Thursday, y'all, and it's your boy E2 Blue coming back at you again, and it's Thursday, and it's almost the weekend. I don't know what that matters or not, cause we still in the pandemic. But anyway, places like Texas governor talking about we about to open up 100%. Now, those of you that live in Texas, let me know what y'all think about this. Like, y'all governor just opening up 100%, and we're not out of COVID yet. I don't agree with that, and I think that's the reason why we can't get rid of this virus, because everybody's doing something different. And if everybody was doing the same thing, I think that things would probably progress better. Now with the vaccines and stuff, the uh, the numbers are going down, but that's it. But that's not what I want to do the video on today. But just those of you in Texas, I just had that idea in my head because that was news here in the DMV about y'all. What's his name? Abbott. Y'all governors. Y'all state governor. I don't agree with that. Opening up 100%. I get people are tired. I get people want their businesses back open, but you can still do half capacity. You know what I mean? Like, you still got to be safe, because I feel like if you do that 100% right now too early, it's gonna make numbers go back up. But let me know what y'all think about that. But anyway, what I want to talk about now in this video, real quick, I wanted to go through this year's first round draft, not the whole 32 picks, but just pick 1 through 10, which is important because the Cowboys pick at 10, so save the best picks for last, right? So that works out perfectly. So I'm gonna go over, like I said, picks through 1 through 10 in this draft. These are projected figures. Of course, it's a mock draft. Um, Nobody's going to be right because teams are going to trade up. It's always contingent on if the teams stay where they are. We know that by the time draft comes, it's always a team picking high that's going to trade out of that pick, because somebody up in the 18th pick probably wants to come down to the pick number 7 or pick number 5 or pick number 10, like the Cowboys. Who knows? I mean, hell, the Cowboys could trade out their first pick and maybe get like a late first round. And I think we're picking number 44th in the second round. So that's like early second round. So, but who knows? I know Jerry loves his picks. So, and that's why you guys kept talking about like trying to trade people for first round draft picks. The Cowboys don't normally do that. They don't like giving the first round draft picks. Even Jerry Jones was like cringing when we lost that draft pick for Amari Cooper, but it was worth it because we got a nice number one wide receiver, and you got to sign Dak for him to be useful for your team. So like it all works together on offense. Now, so the projected order that I have here for picks through 1 through 10. So of course I had to write this down. I can't remember all this verbatim. So pick number 1, of course, the Jaguars again getting a quarterback because they're going to need it, and that's going to be Trevor Lawrence from Clemson. Now, I've heard some people say that Zach Wilson is kind of trending higher than Trevor Lawrence right now, so we don't know. Trevor Lawrence could be picked first or picked second. It was almost like in 2016 when Carson Wentz and Jared Goff got drafted. So they were the 1 and 2. So there was conversations going around about who was going to be first and who was going to be second. It's the same thing with Lawrence and Wilson here. So in this projected, we got the Jaguars saying, forget it. We're going to go ahead and hedge our bets, go ahead and get Trevor Lawrence from Clemson. So that's their pick at number 1. And like I said, this is all contingent on if none of these 10 teams at the top of the list do not trade. Because, of course, that's going to change, obviously, if that happens. Number 2, the Jets pick quarterback Zach Wilson from BYU. Number 3, Dolphins pick wide receiver Jamar Chase from LSU. Now, Jamar Chase is definitely the top-rated wide receiver in this draft. Now, remember last year, it was a bunch of them. We had Jerry Jeudy and CeeDee Lamb and what's the other guy name? I keep forgetting his name, but he plays for the Raiders and he's doing good now too. But again, you look at and Justin Jefferson, and because he's ass. But anyway, but he clearly was not ass because he's doing very well for the Vikings, taking over where Stephon Diggs left off. Now, um, see that CD Lamb pick for us last year was just BPA, best player available. So it was one of those situations where we were going to get Caleb Chase on, and then all of a sudden, damn, CeeDee Lamb's still on the board. You got to get him. So that was where we were now. Now we're picking at 10. So you're going to have much more intriguing picks. I think Jerry Jones, only had, since Jerry Jones owned the team, he's only picked in the top 10 9 times. So, as bad as fans complain about Dallas Cowboys not winning this and not winning that, we've had pretty much a lot of winning seasons throughout the year. Now, granted, some people don't think that means much because if you're not making the playoffs or getting deep into the playoffs, it's a failed season. But, that's neither here nor there. For pick number 4, the Falcons pick quarterback Justin Fields. Now, that is the third quarterback off the list. Now, and I'm telling you, the more and more these quarterbacks come off the list early in this draft, the more likely the Cowboys at 10 have more picks that they can choose from. So it's almost going to be like they're going to sit there and be like, damn, I think that 10th pick is going to be all right. Now, you got these talking heads, and even some guys that work for the Cowboys even said that, oh, well, they should have just lost games. You don't ever want to lose games on purpose. That's dumb. I don't know why anybody would ever say that. But because the competitive nature in me would never tell me to lose a game. But they said that, well, the Cowboys could have picked at 6. They could have picked at 7. It doesn't matter. You're still at 10. You're right there. And I think the Cowboys have 4 picks in the top 100. So I don't want to hear that. We're going to be fine. So Falcons, they pick quarterback Justin Fields from Ohio State. Now, there's a lot of talk about him. But, do Ohio State quarterbacks transition well in the NFL? We'll see. Now, he'll probably sit behind Matty Ice for a little bit and until he retires and be his eventual takeover. This is intriguing right here. This one right here. Pick number 5. I got the Bengals picking offensive lineman Penei Sewell. Penei Sewell from Oregon. So Penei Sewell is an offensive lineman that I wanted for the Dallas Cowboys. I think he's a little better than Slater. He has a little bit more position flex. But even though they both have position flex, I think that Sewell will be a day one starter. Now, everybody says that, oh, you don't want a day one starter because Tyron is going to start. Yes, but we know that Tyron is, having ailments, things of that nature. As much as I love Tyron Smith, I think that he's, amazing. He more than likely is going to go to the Pro Bowl when he retire. To the Hall of Fame, years after he retires. But at the end of the day, you have to hedge for your future. And I don't care if the guy does sit. He can still learn behind Tyron Smith and be right there when he's ready. But that's just how I feel about it. I know a lot of people are like, okay, well, if you're picking that high, you don't want your high first-round draft pick to sit. I get it. But sometimes it happens like that because sometimes you got to get a guy, if he's good, stash him because you want your team, you want your backups. You don't want a big, tremendous drop-off. We've seen what happened with this offensive line when Tyron Smith and Lyle Collins and Zach Martin got hurt and Travis Frederick retires. So you see what happens with this offensive line. It just dwindles downward, and you don't want that. You got to be able to protect your quarterback, especially with what happened with Dak last year. So Penei Sewell's off the board right there. So you got some other options there. So number 6, this one is an intriguing pick too. So the Eagles say, fuck it. We know we got Jalen Hurts, but let's go ahead and get another goddamn quarterback. Why not? Because we got rid of Deshaun Jackson. We got rid of our coach. We got rid of our starting quarterback, and we paid all that money, Carson Wentz, because he's ass. Got rid of him, and then all of a sudden, what are you gonna do now? Oh, you got Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is a good young guy, but is he somebody that can carry this franchise forward? They got a new coach. I don't even know the coach's name. I know he was under, I think he was under Belichick's tree. I don't know. But they're always picking these guys, but they're not like Belichick or things of that nature. But anyway, they get this guy, and I don't know if that coach is going to be good or not, but Either way, at number 6, they pick quarterback Mac Jones from Alabama. So they're like, okay, so now you got 2 young quarterbacks. What you gonna do? And I think that might piss off Jalen Hurts if they do that in the first round. But I would love to see the Eagles do that because I want to laugh at the things that they do. Not saying that Mac Jones wouldn't be a good quarterback. I'm just saying you got rid of Carson Wentz for Jalen Hurts to be the guy right there to be your quarterback of the future, and then you pick Mac Jones. Oh, I'm gonna love this draft, guys. I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna eat some Hooter wings and I'm just gonna watch it. I'm just gonna laugh. I'm just gonna like, ha, 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 ha. Pick Mac Jones. Okay, so number 7, the Lions are picking wide receiver Jaylen Waddle from Alabama. Now, you're always a safe bet picking a wide receiver or a cornerback or a safety from Alabama. You know why? Because Alabama is the truth. Roll Tide, baby. Number 8, the Panthers pick quarterback Trey Lance. So now that is what? The 4th quarterback off the list now? Again, like I told you before, the more and more of these quarterbacks come off of the list, the more you can get positions of need for the Dallas Cowboys. So here we are. We're getting close, guys. Number 8, Trey Lance, North Dakota State. So all of these young quarterbacks that they have in the top 10 are projected to be starters or maybe backups until they take over for whoever's in position of the team that they're going to be drafted to. Now, you look at the Broncos. So the Broncos pick, this is an interesting pick right here. They pick cornerback Caleb Farley from Virginia Tech. Now, that would probably be a good pick for them, but what are they going to do with safety Justin Fields? What are they going to do with some of their other secondary guys? They're going to re-sign them, or, it really depends on what they're going to do in free agency with their own players that they already have. But Caleb Farley is a safe pick for them at number 9. All right, so Cowboys, here we go. Number 10, Cowboys pick offensive lineman Rashawn Slater, Northwestern. So those of you that like that pick, okay, you got your offensive lineman, you got a guy that can be backup for Tyron Smith when he's out, right? So this is the thing. You got a guy that kind of helps shore up that offensive line and get you a little bit of help right there, a little bit of breathing room. So it's not detrimental when Tyron Smith goes out. So you're not having to go out there and throw out Terrence Steele and Brandon Knight and things of that nature. Not saying that they're terrible, but these guys are former undrafted guys, so they're still learning themselves. Now, you're picking a guy this high at offensive lineman. He better be Tyron Smith-esque. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, now, what I wanted to say before I end this video, now, at that pick at number 10, you look at what the Cowboys have. They can go with, at that pick, that you could go with Rashawn Slater. You can go with Patrick Surtain from Alabama. And Patrick Surtain is 6'2". So, me personally, I would be okay with either getting him or Patrick Surtain. Now, another intriguing pick right there, and I don't want nobody on offense outside offensive lineman, but Kyle Pitts is there too. Kyle Pitts is still on the board right there. Do you get Kyle Pitts, or do you get Patrick Surtain, or do you get Rashawn Slater? Oh my God, because either way you go, it's going to help your team. But, picking a tight end is probably not the best thing to do. Now, granted, I would love to see him in this offense and just see how even more dynamic this offense is. The offense will be ridiculously scary if you add Kyle Pitts. But you get Patrick Surtain, you got a young cornerback back there, but you also need some veterans back there too. What you don't want is your secondary full of young guys and Trayvon Diggs. You don't want that. Yes, draft these guys too, but still, they need to do something in free agency. You either go get Richard Sherman on a contract, Keanu Neal, the guy from the Saints, forgot his name. Was it Marcus or whatever? You get him from the Saints. Again, there's so many different ways they can go. So it all depends on what they do in free agency and what you see that with this. Now, J.C. Horn, I know a lot of people are high on him because he's, legacy, because his dad played in the league. But I think J.C. Horn is going to be farther down in the first round. He's going to be like, he'll probably be like a Redskin. Watch he go to the Redskins or something. I mean, I'm sorry, it's not the Redskins. The Washington football team. Watch they pick him because he'll probably go that, that part of the first round of the draft. But again, you got options right there at 10. So let me know what you guys think what the Cowboys would do at pick number 10. Um, Rashad Slater, Patrick Surtain, Caleb Farley, I have on here. He's already taken. Who else do you want? Let me know. But in the meantime, between time, it's your boy E2 Blue. Always keeping it real. Like, share, comment, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Support your boy. Peace.